we just went and we looked at an apartment. It was in my ideal area to live in Recoleta. I really want to live in Recoleta, but the problem with the apartment, it wasn't the price, because the price was really good. It was like $650. I'll put some pictures right here. It was the fact that it wasn't that bright. I really want an apartment that's like street facing, that has a lot of light entering. And in this apartment, it was like you could see right through like 5 other people's windows, and I don't want to look at other people's windows and I don't want them to look at mine. So we're gonna keep going on with the apartment hunt. So we just came back to the apartment because I have to work. I'm a digital nomad and I'm staying here in Buenos Aires while I'm kind of like freelancing. I'm working like 3 different jobs, so that's supporting me enough to stay here for as long as I want to. Just the hard part about it though is that I'm working off of like 3 different time zones and my work is like sporadic throughout the day. So I may work in the morning, afternoon, and night. So right now I'm feeling like a little bit overwhelmed in a way because I feel like I'm always working, but I'm not working as much as I was when I was teaching, working 40 hours a week. This is so much less time consuming, but it's always something I have to think about, and balancing 3 time zones is not easy at all. So one thing I haven't talked about yet was how we got Max from customs in Argentina. He had to go into the cargo area and he got this really like weird spot on his nose. I think it's because his nose, this was the crate he was in, I think it's because his nose must have been like in this for so long, like he was probably really scared and just trying to smell everything, and he got a really bad cut on his nose, but I think it's doing a lot better now.
Coming soon to me, no parking in LA, so I'ma send an Uber to your place. It's my secret safe, safe with just you and me. We can't leave a trace. This is my favorite mistake. Oh, look in my eyes. Can you find the lies? Do you?
So it's day 2 of apartment hunting in Buenos Aires, and we had WhatsApped this person to show us this apartment, and it's really nice for $550. That's really cheap. I don't love it, but it's still a good apartment. It's not like my favorite apartment ever, but I still do like it. And we actually were going to look at a different apartment tonight, but after messaging the realtor, I found out that there's no washing machine, and that's a big one for us. Like, we really need a washing machine because here in Buenos Aires, like, you can't even go to a laundromat and wash your own clothes. They wash them for you, and I'm just very picky with my clothes, so that's a big one. Like, that's like a deal breaker for me. But she just messaged me and she said she may have a different one to show us in the area that we want to live in with a washing machine. So we're at a cafe right now, just kind of waiting. I don't have cell phone service because I haven't set that up yet, so I'm just waiting on Wi-Fi to figure out what she says. And this next one that we're going to look at, it's like $715, which is a little bit pricey, but still within our price range. So we'll have to wait and see.
My thoughts are that I feel like we're going to be able to make the best out of any place that we pick. I really like the location because there's a dog park like right there. You know, Max has been really tired because I've been walking him every single day, and I think that's something he'd appreciate. But really, there's good stuff everywhere here. It's a good place, so I think we're just going to find something that we like no matter what.
come to the store like every single day, and today we actually need something. We need lettuce for the salads that we're gonna make tonight. But every time we come to the store, there is just so many good things, and I get tempted all the freaking time. I'm really tempted to get some alfajores because last night we had one, and it didn't even taste like an alfajor. It tasted like a brownie, so we may have to pick some up too. So the fruit here in Buenos Aires is actually really cheap. We got these bananas and oranges. Each of these was like 50 cents each. And we also got the lettuce I was talking about for another 50 cents. I love the fruit and I love how accessible it is. When you're walking down the streets, there's just a bunch of like fruit stands. And even coming from New York, like there are fruit stands and there is access to fruit and veggies and things like that, but it doesn't look as fresh and it doesn't look as good. And it's also not as accessible as it is here. And that's just another plus to being here. So we just got back and we've been talking with a few realtors and we've looked at a few places, and really what we're looking for is at least one bedroom with a door because we're both working from home. We both need to make calls, so that's really important for us. Another thing we're looking for is a washer because I think I mentioned this before, but you have to go to a laundromat to wash your clothes and we just don't want to do that. And of course we need AC. Some other things that would be nice to have would be a gym in the apartment building and some modernness in the building itself and also in the apartment itself, because some of the apartment prices are like really expensive, not just for like Argentinian prices, but also for US dollars as well. And it's like, I don't want to pay like $900 or $1,000 for something that is run down and like not good at all. So it kind of is hard searching. We're using a few different sites and we're in a few different WhatsApp groups. If you are interested in apartment hunting in Buenos Aires, I can make a whole different video about that. But it is not as easy as I thought it would be, and it's kind of hard like when you look at a picture and you think it's the perfect fit for you and then you go into it and it's like, yeah, it's just not for me. So I think that we're actually not going to go with any of the ones we saw today. One, because I think I told you earlier that we looked at the one and she offered it to us, but then when I went to reply to her on WhatsApp, she like deleted the message offering it to us, and it was just a little bit sketchy. That area is exactly where we want to be. It had a nice park outside of the apartment building, which was great for our dog, and that's okay. We still have enough time to look. We signed this place that we're at in right now for 2 months, so we have time, but I would love to get a place signed and ready to go so that way I don't have to worry about it anymore. And with that being said, I think I'm going to close the vlog here. If you enjoyed, make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.